The NCAA is an organization that flourishes by not paying the athletes that work so hard to bring in a huge portion of their actual revenue. Now, personally, I'm a fan of player mobility and players being able to transfer. When Shea Patterson, Justin Fields, Tate Martell, and other former 5-star recruits transferred and were granted immediate eligibility, I was hella happy. I'm actually still happy about all of that. It's because I already understand that the NCAA does not really care about whatever hardship you may or may not go through. They just want to get more stars at more big schools. It just so happened in that case that their goals align with my goals. They want to make some more bread. I just want to see the best players on the field playing, not sitting on a bench backing somebody up. So it makes sense to me that they had relaxed the transfer rules as far as the hardships are concerned. What does not make sense to me and will never make sense to me is how a dude with actual hardship gets denied. Like, how does that work? Look, if you want to slide some 5-star quarterbacks into some programs and kind of, look, I'm cool with that. Fine, do that. Go and do what you do. But never did I imagine that a guy with an actual hardship that he's able to easily prove would then be denied. All right, if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a kid named Brock Hoffman. He's an offensive lineman transferring from Coastal Carolina to Virginia Tech. Why is he transferring, you say? Well, he's transferring to be closer to his mom, who, get this, had surgery to remove a brain tumor in 2017. Now, she's still suffering from some of the after effects, and these include facial paralysis, hearing loss, and impaired eyesight. Brock makes the trip home to visit his mom as often as he can to be there for her and help her out. It's his mom. She's going through a lot. He wants to be close. When it comes to a hardship waiver, this should be an open and shut case. But no, the NCAA denied this man. Even after he provided all the paperwork and evidence, the NCAA still had follow-up questions. They asked, how often would you actually be able to take care of your mom during the season? How much easier would it be for your family to get to games? They also wanted to know the chronological order of everything that had happened since her surgery up until now. Mind you, there's not a person talking to him face to face. This ain't a person even talking to him over the phone. This is like an email that goes through the compliance department, that goes through a coach, that then goes to him. He gets these paper and has to answer these questions, sitting back, wait for it to come back down the chain. After all that, they turn around and deny his request. Now, they gave him 2 reasons. Check these out. First reason was that his mom's condition had improved. Based on the information that he sent in, it was like, oh, well, you know, it's not as bad as it was. They somehow took that and made it a bad thing. Then the second reason was because Virginia Tech is technically not within 100 miles of his house, or his mom's house, okay? That's the stipulation. It's supposed to be within 100 miles in order for that to work. How far is it, you ask? I kid you not. Now, I don't have the man's address, but according to the reports, his house is about 105 miles away from Virginia Tech. 5 miles outside of, you know, the set limit. And you telling me that they could not make an exception, a 5-mile exception? Not to mention, Virginia Tech is about 2.5 miles closer to his home than Coastal Carolina is. So the quick math will tell you that's gonna save about 5 hours per round trip. But that's not even it. Let's keep stacking on. There's one more thing. Now, the medical hardship waiver fits Brock's situation to a T, right? So he decided to file that paperwork because, once again, seems like an open and shut case. But his coach at Coastal Carolina actually resigned this past year, which means that had he just filled out a different set of paperwork, he could have transferred with no penalty. Situations like this don't happen in NCAA every day. And it seems like all these transfer, like the hardship waiver, all that stuff is put in place for this specific situation. And the fact that other people are able to game the system, again, is fine with me. But it pisses me off when a person who is not trying to game the system, a person who's literally he's following this shit to a T, when that person is then punished just because he's not a star player. And that's really what it seems like. Like, that's what it's coming down to. We all, bruh, if he was a star player, come on. So basically, whether they want to push the family hardship part through, or if they just want to give him the normal hardship because the coach resigned, the NCAA could make this right within a matter of minutes. Literally, they could type a few words. Like, when they eventually fix this, which I think they will, it's going to take 2 minutes. 2 minutes, dog. Like, why even put this man through all this? Now, the reason I say I think it's gonna get resolved is because he has already appealed it, and they have to answer that appeal within a week. So hopefully within the next couple of days here, we'll get news that it was eventually approved. But this is just such a scummy thing, and I felt like, you know what, let's make a video about this because this situation needs as much attention as possible, and the little extra attention that this channel might be able to bring to the situation, I'm hoping it could help a little bit to help get the word out about this and put some pressure on the NCAA that hopefully they'll go ahead and do the right thing, overturn the appeal, and allow this man to transfer and go ahead and play next year, be closer to his mom. This whole situation is ridiculous, but that's all I got for you today. My name is FlemLo. I'll holler at y'all next time, fellas. One.